The World Health Organization is warning that countries are in the early stages of another global wave of COVID infections and deaths. This comes as demonstrators in France, Italy, and Australia took to the streets this weekend, protesting against vaccination passes and new lockdown measures. Elizabeth Palmer has the latest from London.
Good morning. The idea of vaccine passports is gaining traction in Europe. 6 countries now have some version of them, and France has the strictest rules. There, they'll be necessary to even enter many public places.
And that kicked off violent demonstrations in Paris. Riot police tussled with protesters on Saturday, which was dramatic, but actually a sideshow because most people have accepted the new rules. In the line for the Eiffel Tower, some showed barcodes, others hard copies, and there was even on-site COVID testing so anyone without a passport could get in too. There were also demonstrations this weekend in Australia. Police in Sydney ducked flower pots hurled by protesters furious about a new lockdown. Australia had kept COVID at bay by closing its borders, but the virus sneaked in anyway, and infections are on the rise. In Brazil, thousands of demonstrators hit the streets, but they're demanding more vaccinations and blame President Jair Bolsonaro's bungled COVID response for one of the highest death rates anywhere. Though currently Argentina's is even higher. In fact, the countries of South America, where it's now winter, are together losing more people to COVID than anywhere else on Earth. Asia is also hard hit. The Olympics got underway in Tokyo with virtually no spectators, and dozens of athletes have had to pull out after testing positive. Indonesia is overtaking India as the current Asian hotspot. In Jakarta, families queued in the streets to buy oxygen, and with ICU beds full, victims often fall ill and die at home. But there are stories of remarkable COVID recoveries. How about 102-year-old Nikolai Bogayev from Moscow, a World War II veteran who left hospital this week bursting with pride to have battled the virus and won.
And there's some global good news, too. Over a quarter of the adult population of this Earth has now had at least one dose of coronavirus vaccine, and overall, deaths are on their way down.